how is vulnerability different from anxiety?
So from what I remember, anxiety is a lot of stress, and I'm thinking of like social anxiety, because vulnerability is generally like talking to other people about it, and social anxiety would be the worry to be in like big social spaces or talk about yourself or bring attention to yourself in a way. And so I feel like vulnerability then becomes the opposite of anxiety, where if anxiety arrests you in place, makes you very worried, you're overthinking what you're about to share, what has happened, how are other people going to react. And vulnerability is the opposite, where you've actually decided you are going to share this with someone, right? No matter how worried or nervous you are, you actually go for it. You tell them how you're feeling. You share what you're experiencing, even to yourself, because sometimes some truths are hard to actualize, right? So you might be going through something, but if you don't want to address it to yourself, you'll be worried about it. You'll be worried about that area of thought. You won't dive into it, but being vulnerable enough to say, this is the truth. This is what's happening. This is how I'm feeling. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to judge it for whatever it is. Um, so vulnerability is actually getting past any stress, but anxiety would be being trapped in the stress. And yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. If when you're feeling anxious, of course, you probably wouldn't be able to be vulnerable because you're anxious. So that's the reason why it's different. So it's sort of like when you're not anxious, you're able to be vulnerable because vulnerability comes from a place of strength. And yeah, so that made a lot of sense. So yeah.
So I think, sometimes anxiety makes you think that some of the things that you're worried about, like it creates a lot of mental distortions that might not be true. So vulnerability can sometimes help you make that leap with the right people in the right context of saying that, hey, this is what I've been thinking about, or this is what, I'm making up. This is what I'm thinking is true. Can you confirm whether it is that way or not? And it kind of, in that way, it's kind of a weird, vice versa relationship, that it can even help ease your anxiety about things a little. So if you are, you're sitting and you're thinking about, my friends hate me because they forgot to invite me to something, and it might take for you to be vulnerable enough to say, hey, I noticed that you didn't invite me to this thing. I'm wondering why that is, because I'm making up the story that, you don't want to be friends with me, or that I've done something wrong. And then that's a way to kind of break through some of those anxious thought loops.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to see more videos on the topic, make sure to check out our playlist where we answer more questions. We'll see you next time.